My name is Catherine Arndt and I'm the Chief of the VLGA Connect studio. I hope you enjoy today's Connect episode brought to you by the VLGA, the national broadcaster on all things local government.
Hello, welcome to VLGA Connect, coming to you from Fast Track 2022, the VLGA's much anticipated Councillor Development Program Day. It's happened at the Park Hyatt this year with a capacity audience to enjoy discussions on trust, leadership and culture. The day commenced with an address from the Local Government Minister, the Honourable Sean Leane. And we hear now from Professor Anona Armstrong and Julie Reid, the Executive Director of Local Government Victoria, about the cultural review into the local government sector.
Look, it's really interesting because at the moment we're going through assessing all of the submissions, and I think from that we're going to have to decide which path we take next. The content of the submissions are going to be really important. Will that mean that we might need to go out and talk to the sector more, or will it mean that there's enough in those submissions for us to be able to come up with a bit of an implementation plan? So really it depends on the richness of those submissions.
Well, it's essential in any organisation because the culture shapes the way that people behave and the way that they work together and so on. So culture is enormously important. And also all the research shows that having a well-managed culture also increases productivity.
Yeah, look, I think there's been some real engagement by some councils. I think that there have been individual councillors and ex-councillors that have engaged in the process as well. There's also been quite a bit of engagement from the community as well through this process. So it'll be interesting to see again how those submissions are framed and what kind of ideas come out of that. I think there's still a lot to learn from what's come out of it.
Leadership is, there are very many theories about leadership, very many models of leadership. And the first model that you might talk about is the one about the attributes, competencies, skills that a leader, a good leader might have. And these are things like trust, competency in doing the job, reliability, integrity and so on. And these are the sorts of characteristics that were also brought out in the discussion paper that we're seeking to encourage throughout the local government area. And they're important because they determine the interactions and the relationships, have such an impact on how business is conducted, but also the actual interrelationships and building collaboration with each other.
Yeah, look, I think there has been an increase in complexity for local government, and I think that COVID has played part of that. Working in that sort of virtual environment has meant over time it's been harder, I think, for people to build those kind of relationships that are so important in local government. And so as a result of that, I think the complexity of those relationships and the management of that over time has taken a bit of a hit, I think. So I think that it's now important for us to recognise what is needed to be able to bring that back to potentially where it should be.
Because the actual environment in which local government is working is changing dramatically due to the relationships, the technology, the climate change and so on. And after all, the local governments are at the coalface of the interaction of government with the communities. And now with the shift and the changes coming online at the moment, KPMG's latest survey suggests that technology will make stakeholders, especially in the community, much more visible and much more vocal. And so there's the types of services that will be delivered will be very personalised. So there's a whole new world just opening up for local government at the moment.
I think what people need to do, if you've got the desire, you've got the ambition and you really want to get to that level, but you're just holding back for that reason, I think you need to reach out to the networks, you need to speak to a lot of CEOs, you need to understand what are the real positive sides to that particular job, and understand that that well outweighs some of the negative things that might come in the job as well. So I think that reaching out to the networks, learning from other CEOs, learning that you can get through some challenges. All CEOs face challenges. There's no doubt about that. It's really about how you navigate through those and how you sustain yourself during that time. It's really, really important. So reach out to the networks, because the local government circles and networks are so strong, and there's a lot of great CEOs out there that are willing to help.
Thanks for joining us for this special Fast Track 22 edition of VLGA Connect, and stay tuned for more.